What's poppin', kiddos? Daddy's home from getting milk, and he's here to tell you that you can't play Super Mario games anymore. Curb stomping those little Goombas is too scary and horrific for your young eyes. If you play such a violent game, you'll have more PTSD than a D-Day survivor. Sources? Just trust me, bro. In all seriousness, the banning of games is actually real. Before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot, and you'll get a special prize, which is nothing, but it'll make you feel good, so yeah, do it. To give some context, crime has been increasing in Chicago, which is not a surprise, but mainly the southern side of the city, I believe. Yeah, that's the main area of this rare phenomena for Chicago. Crime. Specifically, carjackings have been happening a lot more often, which is both impressive and terrible that Chicago is becoming more of a shithole than it already is. In response to this increase of carjackings, last Friday on February 21st, 2021, Representative Marcus Evans Jr. of Illinois proposed an amendment to a 2012 law banning minors from being able to buy video games that were deemed inappropriate, specifically violent video games. He plans to amend this law by extending the video game sale ban to adults. Now, according to Little Jr. here, a violent video game is defined as, quote, a video game that allows a user or player to control a character within the video game that is encouraged to perpetuate human-on-human violence in which the player kills or otherwise causes serious physical or psychological harm to another human or an animal. And obviously, carjacking would be among things that cause psychological damage, I think. I think it's pretty obvious. Imagine some crackhead steals a hunk of metal worth tens of thousands of dollars. And not just any hunk of metal, but a hunk of metal that has wheels and can move real fast. Seriously though, this bill has been given the name HB 3531. And man, it is a steaming pile of rancid dog shit. Using our God-given common sense, if you don't believe in God, that's fine, but you get the idea. Using our God-given common sense, we can deduct that, I don't think video games cause violence. I think we've had this argument 10 years ago, a whole last decade ago. And for the most part, people agree that video games don't do shit. The only thing that video games do is cause happiness, man. Games are fucking awesome. They're great with friends and shit, man. But nah, bro, we've got some out-of-touch politicians thinking they know everything. Even though they're old as hell and the Grim Reaper is one step away from swiping their asses to the next life. Honestly, though, these political pussy farts know nothing, don't they? They have to realize that video games probably stop young people from committing crimes, right? That there's a pretty big chance they do the opposite of what this bill claims they might be doing. Here, you know what? Let me paint you all a picture. Since the only thing you goblin politicians can think of is how much more bribe money you can get from mega corporations. Imagine, if you will, a kid whose parents are continually arguing and shouting at each other in the other room. And their kid is sad and hella depressed in his room because he thinks his parents are going to divorce. Life sucks ass for him. So what does he do? He pops his disc of Modern Warfare 2 into his Xbox and relieves the stress. Has some fun with the boys, maybe. Or maybe he rages, I don't know. Either way, games are a great stress reliever in most cases, and are arguably the most fun piece of media a human being could ever consume. You know what would happen if games are banned? You might think it's far-fetched, but I bet my asshole that crime rate might increase more, if only a little bit, because that's what games are. Not only are they fun, interactive pieces of media, but serve as an amazing escape from the real world when they're needed most. And to some people, when you take that away, it leads to disastrous things. Alright, this video was philosophical enough. Time to remind people I'm a teenager. But really though, think of a game like Animal Crossing. That shit has probably cured depression, dude. Not even a therapist can do the kind of shit Animal Crossing can do to a person. Now, yes, that game is not a violent one at all. But this topic of what violence in video games is actually brings me to a concern I have. How general will the bill and potential amended law be in regards to banning games that are considered violent? Okay, for starters, we would for sure lose access to buying GTA 5. It literally has the name of a fucking crime as its title. Personally, I don't live in Chicago, or Illinois for that matter, but for those that do, that ban would suck. It's arguably the most impressive open world game, at least on a technological scale. It would suck to not be able to purchase and play the game, despite what people say. I think the story is great, and the online is also fun with friends. Except when damn oppressor abusers ruin your day. In fact, that might be why Junior here is extending the ban. The guy was probably just chilling in the lobby and received a nice little rocket to a car he didn't buy insurance for. Good job as always, griefers. No, but seriously, my main concern is if Junior extends the possible law to other games that are a bit iffy when it comes to determining if they actually have violence or not. At least violence that might promote carjackings in Chicago, which, again, stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Digital code making people commit real-life crimes. It's not like when people play fucking video games, Skynet hijacks in their fucking brain through the controller, and then they start making them act like Trevor from GTA 5. For real though, what's next? Is someone going to be a little tattletale, tell the old and dying teacher, in this case a brain-dead politician, and say that the sale of Minecraft should be banned because the TNT promotes terrorism? Yeah, I don't think so. I seriously can't believe people anymore. For a country that claims to be the land of the free, it's looking more and more like the land of the restricted, with all these zero IQ bills and laws. It is ridiculous that this fecal matter is even considered to be put into enforcement. I mean, that's what this bill is to me. That's what it looks like. It's just a shit-stained fluid coalescing in a pool of just crap. It is just terrible. I seriously don't understand why people are so incessant about blaming video games. Blaming video games for causing violence. No, you fucking brain-dead idiot. It's probably the parents' fault. Okay, I don't know why people talk about the parents. It's probably bad parenting that causes people to be violent. Ever thought about that? No? That is true. You don't think much, do you, buddy? Yeah, it's not like you're paid to think or anything. Man, what a shame. Now, obviously, bad parenting isn't the only cause. You know, it's not like the ultimate carnal sin, the ultimate ungodly thing that turns your life into one of misery and crime. There are a lot of other things that can happen to make you into a criminal or a carjacker, I guess. That's the main issue in this case. Turning you into a real-life Grand Theft Auto character. Yeah, people can become criminals for a multitude of reasons. That is true. But you know what isn't true? People becoming criminals because of video games. Okay, I'll be a little lenient here. Maybe, just maybe, there's one or two or maybe a few several cases of this actually happening, of some mentally ill person actually succumbing to a violent video game and becoming the doomslayer in real life at his school. Alright, you know, that's pretty fucked up, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, take it from me. I've been playing violent video games my whole life. Like I mentioned, I'm a fan of GTA 5. It's a pretty cool game. I've also played a lot of Call of Duties. I mean, when I was a kid, I played Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on the fucking Wii, okay? Like, I really liked playing those games, and look at me now. I'm mostly alright. I didn't turn out to be a psychopathic carjacking meth head. So far. Frankly, it's embarrassing that this narrative is still going on to this day. I don't understand how this is so popular. This idea was made by troglodytes for troglodytes to believe in, until the end of time. So, just let those people still be stupid, because frankly, there's no cure for that. Not even modern medicine can do that yet, so hopefully we'll come up with something in the future, because frankly, I'm tired of looking at Twitter and then wanting to shoot myself in the head. But yeah, that'll about do for today. For those who live in Chicago and Illinois, I'm going to pray for you tonight that you can still buy GTA 5. If not, you're probably going to do some illegal activity to get the game, which pretty much makes the law a failure, if it is a law in the first place. I don't think it will, but if it does, yeah, there you go. If HB 3531 becomes a law, sounds like a fucking virus like COVID-19, dude. It's terrifying. That about wraps everything up though, so yeah, if you liked today's video, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, which you should have. You're a bad boy who needs a spanking if you didn't listen to me in the first place, the first minute or so of the video. Come on, man. And be sure to follow my other accounts as well, especially my Twitch, twitch.tv/LordJRass. We have fun over there, you know, play some epic games, probably some awesome Minecraft too. Hopefully I don't promote terrorism by lighting off some TNT. That'll get Minecraft banned by martial law for sure. In any case, this has been your boy JRass. Wondering why old people hate video games so much. Signing off. Peace.